imagine waking up every single morning. You walk into your kitchen, right?
Okay, I am picturing it.
You take out a piece of bread and you put it in the toaster. But when it pops up, you do not put butter on it.
No butter.
No butter. You do not add jam. You do not add honey. You just eat plain, dry bread.
Wow.
Yeah. And you eat this exact same breakfast every single day for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, that is a pretty sad way to start the morning. It completely takes the joy out of eating.
Exactly. It gets the job done, but it is totally joyless.
Yeah.
Now think about how we speak English sometimes.
Right.
That plain, dry toast is the phrase, I like.
Ah, yeah.
I like reading. I like movies. I like football. I mean, it gives information, but it is flat.
It really is.
So today, we are taking a deep dive into a guide called Articulate Interests to fix this exact problem. We are going to learn how to talk about your hobbies naturally and, with real energy.
This is such an important topic. Small changes in your vocabulary make a huge difference in how you connect with people.
Yeah, totally.
If you always use the same simple phrases, people might think you are not very interested in the conversation. So today, we are going to have a natural conversation using very simple words.
Right. Keeping it simple.
Yes, so you can see exactly how to bring your interests to life.
Let's really look at why I like is a problem first. I mean, it is perfectly correct grammar. People understand you.
For sure.
But if someone asks me what I do on the weekend and I just say, I like painting, the conversation usually just stops.
Right. It does not show any real energy. Conversation is about sharing a part of yourself.
Exactly.
When you just say, I like, you are just giving a fact. You are not sharing a feeling. We need to use phrases that show your true enthusiasm.
And the guide gives us some really great expressive alternatives. These are phrases that are easy to learn, but they sound much more natural.
Yeah, let's hear them.
So the first one is, I really enjoy.
Notice how the word really changes the feeling there.
Yeah, it does.
I enjoy reading is okay. But I really enjoy reading shows a little spark. It is a very safe, polite phrase you can use with anyone.
From your boss to a new friend.
Right, exactly.
The next one is probably my favorite because it sounds so casual. I'm really into, for example, I'm really into sports right now.
That is a great phrase. Native speakers use I'm really into all the time.
They do, yeah.
The word into gives the feeling that you are surrounded by the hobby. You are fully involved in it.
It shows a strong, active interest.
Right.
Then there is a much stronger one I'm passionate about. But wait, let me push back on this one a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Isn't the word passionate a bit dramatic? Like if I only read a book for 10 minutes before I fall asleep, saying I am passionate about reading feels like a bit of a lie.
Well, yeah, that is a very fair point. You should save the word passionate for things you deeply care about.
Okay.
If it is just a casual hobby I really enjoy is much safer.
Right.
But if you spend your entire weekend fixing an old car, or you wake up at 5 in the morning to practice the piano, then yes, you are passionate about it.
Ah, I see. You match the word to the energy of the hobby.
Exactly. You do not want to exaggerate.
Okay, here's another one from the text that focuses on time. I love spending my free time. And you follow this with an action word ending in ing.
Oh, nice.
Like, I love spending my free time cooking.
This one works so well because it paints a picture of your schedule.
Yeah, it really does.
It tells the listener that your time is valuable and this is how you choose to spend it. It sounds much more like a story than just saying, I like cooking.
And if you want to show that you do something very often, the guide suggests this phrase, hobby is something I do every chance I get.
Oh, that shows true dedication.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, if you say, playing tennis is something I do every chance I get, it tells the listener that you are always looking for an opportunity to play.
You play Monday, you play Saturday.
Right. Shows great enthusiasm.
The final phrase from our text is super high energy. I can't get enough of.
Oh, this one almost sounds like an obsession, but, in a fun way.
Yeah, exactly.
It means your appetite for this hobby is endless. If you say, I can't get enough of strategy games, it means no matter how much you play, you always want to play more.
So we have all these amazing new phrases. We have officially thrown away the plain toast.
Goodbye, dry toast.
But just having new phrases is not enough. The guide tells us a major secret to good conversation. You should never just name your hobby. You must always add the why.
Yes, exactly. When you give a reason, you invite the other person into your world.
That makes a lot of sense.
If you just say what you do, it is a statement. If you say why you do it, it is a connection.
So let's look at the reasons the guide suggests. The first one is, it helps me relax.
Very common.
It is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful.
It is powerful because it is a shared human experience. Maybe the person you're talking to does not paint. Maybe they're not even like art. But everyone in the world understands the need to relax. By sharing your why, you give them a bridge to connect with you.
That is a great way to look at it. The reason is the bridge.
Yeah.
Another reason from the text is it makes me feel creative.
That is perfect for art, music, or writing. It tells the other person something about your personality, you know?
Definitely. It shows that you value imagination.
Right.
The guide also mentions using hobbies for social reasons. You can say, it's a great way to meet new people.
Oh, I can see using this for team sports.
Or taking a language class.
Exactly. And on the opposite side, if you need quiet time away from people, you can say, it helps me clear my mind.
I use that reason all the time. Sometimes the world is just too noisy, you know.
Oh, for sure.
The last reason from the text is a bit different. It gives me a sense of achievement,
A sense of achievement means you feel proud because you finished something difficult.
like running a marathon.
Yeah, you see this a lot with runners or people who build things by hand. The joy comes from the challenge.
Okay, so we have better phrases, and we know to include our reasons. But the text has another fantastic trick.
Oh, what is it?
It completely changes how a sentence sounds.
Hmm.
It's about using action verbs instead of nouns.
Yes, this is huge. Many beginners rely on nouns to talk about their interests. They just name the activity.
Like painting, hiking, cooking.
Right.
The text suggests we pivot to descriptive verbs. Instead of saying, I'm into painting, the guide says we should use action words to describe exactly what we do.
Okay, give me an example.
So we say, I love mixing colors and creating new landscapes.
Wow, listen to the difference there. It is huge.
She really is.
I like painting is a fact, but I love mixing colors and creating new landscapes is an experience. What do you notice when you hear that second sentence?
Well, it honestly feels like turning a flat 2D drawing into a 3D movie.
Right.
Painting is just the concept. But when you say mixing colors, my brain actually visualizes the action. I can see the paint, I can see the brush moving.
That is exactly how the human brain processes language. We are wired to respond to movement and action.
That makes total sense.
Nouns are static, they sit still. Verbs are dynamic, they move. When you use action verbs, you force the listener's brain to imagine the scene.
Let's test this with another example from the guide. Do not just say, I'm passionate about hiking.
Okay.
Instead, use the 3D action verbs. Say, I love climbing new trails and discovering hidden views.
Oh, yeah. Climbing, discovering. Those words have so much life in them.
They really do.
You are no longer just giving a report on your weekend. You are taking the listener on a mini adventure.
I want to try this out right now. Let's do a role play, but let's make it a real conversation.
Okay, I'm ready.
We will use the new phrases, we will use action verbs, and we will explain our why. I will start.
Sounds good. I will listen and respond naturally.
You know, lately I'm really into painting. Specifically, I love mixing watercolors to create forest landscapes. It really helps me clear my mind after a busy day at work.
That sounds incredibly peaceful. I can imagine how focusing on the colors would take your mind off daily stress. Do you paint from photographs or just from your imagination?
Mostly from memory, actually. It is very relaxing. What about you? What are you into these days?
Well, I'm passionate about hiking. Every weekend I try to get out of the city. I love climbing steep trails and discovering quiet spots in the mountains.
Oh, wow, that takes a lot of energy. What do you enjoy most about being up in the mountains?
It definitely gives me a sense of achievement when I reach the top, but honestly, I just love breathing the fresh air. It is how I reset for the week.
I completely understand needing to reset. For me, when I stay inside, I can't get enough of gaming. I usually play complex strategy games online.
Strategy games require a lot of focus. Why do you choose those over something more relaxing?
Because it is a great way to stay connected with my friends. We all log on and solve problems together. It is my favorite way to spend my free time.
Okay, let's step out of the role play. That was a really good exchange.
Yeah, it felt completely different from a normal beginner English conversation. We were actually learning about each other. It did not feel like a textbook at all.
It worked because we gave each other material to work with. When I said hiking gives me a sense of achievement, I gave you a clear idea of my personality.
But I noticed something else during that conversation.
What is that?
All the vocabulary and the why reasons are great when I am talking about myself. But a good conversation is a two-way street.
Oh, absolutely.
It only works if we know how to ask the other person about their life.
That is a critical point. You cannot just talk about yourself the whole time. You have to be curious.
So the guide gives us a list of questions to keep the conversation going. Let's analyze them. The first one is very standard. What do you like doing in your free time?
That is your baseline question. It is polite. It is safe.
Good for a coworker.
Yeah, perfect for a coworker you just met or someone at a formal event.
Another simple one is, do you have any hobbies? But honestly, I find that one a little bit boring.
It is a bit closed. I mean, they could just say yes and stop talking.
Exactly.
If you want to sound more casual and friendly, the guide suggests using the phrase we learned earlier. What are you into these days?
Oh, I really like that one. Adding these days is a nice touch.
Why do you like that part?
It implies that people change, you know?
Mm.
And hobbies change depending on the season of life. It sounds very warm.
I agree. But the best question in the entire guide is this one. How did you get into it?
I love that question so much.
Yeah.
It is almost like a trap, but a very good trap.
So.
Because you cannot answer that question with a simple yes or no.
Exactly. If you ask someone, do you play the guitar? They say yes. Conversation over.
Right.
But if you ask, how did you get into playing the guitar? What happens?
Well, they have to travel back in time. They have to tell you a story.
Yes.
Maybe their grandfather gave them a guitar. Maybe they saw a band on television. It forces them to share a personal memory.
The guide gives a great example of this. A person named Maya asks James about gaming. She says, how did you get into gaming?
And what does he say?
James does not just list the games he plays. He says, my brother introduced me to it when I was younger, and I never stopped.
Oh, that is so good. Because Maya asked that specific question, she learned two things.
Right.
She learned about his hobby, but she also learned about his relationship with his family. That is how real connection happens.
And if someone is already talking about their hobby, the guide offers one more excellent follow-up question. What do you enjoy most about it?
That is the perfect way to ask for their why. It invites them to talk about relaxing or feeling creative or getting a sense of achievement.
So we have a really strong toolkit now. But even with the right vocabulary and good questions, the guide notes that beginners still stumble.
Yeah, there are always a few bumps in the road.
Let's spend a little time troubleshooting.
Good idea. There are some common traps. The first one is a habit of repetition. Sometimes a learner will discover a great phrase like, I'm really into, and then they use it for absolutely everything.
Yes, they will say, I'm really into painting, and I'm really into hiking, and I'm really into movies.
Even though it is a good phrase, repeating it makes it boring again. You're just creating a new kind of plain toast.
Exactly. You have to mix your phrases. Use I enjoy for one thing, and I'm passionate about for another.
The second mistake the guide mentions is about a specific grammar trap. It happens when people translate directly from their native language. Many beginners say, I do hiking.
Oh, yeah.
It's so strange to my ears. We say, I do yoga or I do martial arts, but we do not do hiking.
The rule in English is actually pretty simple. For sports or activities that end in ing and involve moving from one place to another, we usually use the verb go.
Ah, okay. So you go hiking, you go swimming, you go running, you go cycling.
Exactly. And just to complete the rule, if it is a team sport played with a ball, we use play. You play soccer, you play basketball, you play tennis.
Oh, that is easy.
So remember, do yoga, go hiking, play tennis.
That is a very helpful way to remember it. Now, there's another grammar trap mentioned in the guide, specifically about gaming.
Right.
Beginners often say, I am gaming, to describe their general hobby. Wait, I am gaming. Sounds like I have a controller in my hand right this second.
Yep.
It sounds like an action happening right now, not a general interest. Is that the issue?
You figured it out perfectly. I am gaming uses the present continuous tense. It means the action is happening at this exact moment.
Right.
If we are sitting in a coffee shop and I ask about your hobbies, you cannot say I am gaming because you are currently drinking coffee.
Right. I'm not holding a controller, so how do I fix it?
You need to use the simple present tense for general facts or use our new phrases. You say, I game every weekend. Or, better yet, I love gaming. I'm really into gaming.
Ah, that is much better.
It tells the listener it is a regular part of your life, not something happening this exact second.
That clears up a lot of confusion. So, we know the phrases, we know the verbs, and we know the grammar rules. But the guide gives one final piece of advice for making all of this work.
Yes. The advice is that you have to practice out loud. You cannot just read these phrases silently in your head.
Reading silently is totally different from speaking.
Oh, completely.
When you read silently, your brain understands the concept, but your mouth does not know how to make the physical shapes of the words yet.
That is right. You have to train your muscles. You need to speak these sentences out loud in your room or while you're washing the dishes.
Just talking to yourself.
Yeah. Say, I love climbing new trails until the words flow smoothly without you having to think about the grammar.
Okay, we have covered so much ground today. Let's do a quick recap.
Sounds good.
First, we're moving past I like. We are using dynamic phrases such as I'm really into or I can't get enough of.
Second, we are turning 2D nouns into 3D experiences. We use action verbs to paint a picture, like mixing colors instead of just painting.
Third, we always give a reason. We explain our why to build a bridge with the listener. We tell them it helps us relax or feel creative.
Fourth, we ask open questions. We invite stories by asking, how did you get into it?
And finally, we avoid grammar traps by saying go hiking instead of do hiking.
Perfect summary.
But before we finish, the guide points to something much deeper than just vocabulary. It is a psychological point. Changing your words does not just change how other people see you.
Right. It changes how you see yourself. This is perhaps the most important takeaway from the entire deep dive.
Really?
Yes, the language you use shapes your reality.
How does that work in practice with hobbies?
When you constantly use a weak, flat phrase like I like, you train your brain to feel a little disconnected from your own life. You are treating your passions as simple, boring facts.
So it is almost like I am convincing myself that my life is plain toast.
Exactly. But when you confidently speak aloud and say, I am passionate about my art or I love discovering new trails, you trigger a change inside yourself.
You actually feel it.
Yes, you feel the energy of those words. You aren't just making better conversation with a stranger, you are affirming your own identity.
I love that concept. You are telling yourself that your interests matter. You are claiming your own joy.
When you speak with enthusiasm, you feel enthusiastic. Your hobbies are a vital, exciting part of who you are. Do not hide them behind boring words.
Yeah.
Give them the vibrant language they deserve.
That is a wonderful and empowering thought to end on. So to you, our listener, we have a challenge for you today.
Yes, a fun challenge.
We want you to put this into practice right now. Scroll down and leave us a comment. We want you to write one sentence about your favorite hobby.
But there is a strict rule for this comment section.
Oh, there is.
You cannot use the words I like.
That is right. No plain toast allowed today. Tell us what you are really into. Tell us what you are passionate about.
Try to use an action verb.
Yes, and be sure to tell us why you enjoy it. We read all of them, and we cannot wait to see the stories you share. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Yes, thanks for listening.
Stay curious, keep practicing out loud, and remember, life is too short to eat plain toast. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.